Hello, everyone. You're watching Not Really a Podcast, just two siblings talking about life, chaos, and whether we are thriving or surviving. I'm Estelle.
And I am Miraj. Today's episode, are we better or worse off than our parents?
Okay, so we got ChatGPT to give us some questions to talk in this podcast
Yeah.
because we're actually too lazy to make
We
our
are way
own
too lazy for
questions.
that shit.
Anyway, so we have our questions on board. Who wants to start off first?
You start off, of course.
Okay, so
You
today's
wanna
topic
read?
is, are we better or worse off than our
Bro, I
parents? As
already
I've
said
already,
it.
I know, bro. No one cares about your opinion, though. Can you shut up for 2 minutes?
Wow, bro, so that's how it is.
Okay, and now that we have got the rudeness out of the way, let's start off with our first question. Where the fuck did you keep the questions?
Bro, it's up there. Like, what are you talking about, bro? We are literally
Where,
in front
bro?
of people right
Okay,
now.
yeah, so
We are literally exposing ourselves right now already. It's literally our first episode and we are exposing each other.
anyway, guys, forget that one. Forget that
Yeah,
one.
didn't happen,
Okay.
guys.
So the main question to start off with, do you think our generation is better or worse off than our parents? Yes or no?
Nah,
I would
very
say we
straight up.
are, but
They are not
opinion
better
might
than
change
us.
over the discussion.
I don't really think they're better than us.
Let's set the stage now. What do you think our parents' biggest flex was at our age? Okay, so if
Riding
you
horses.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, so was that not funny, guys?
No. What was our parents' biggest flex at our age?
Maybe being very good at sports.
That was definitely Dad's flex. My mom's flex would be, well, hanging out the whole neighborhood with our friends at my age.
She kind of has waiting problems.
Yeah. How different do you think their day-to-day life looked from ours?
Bro has reading problems.
How different do you think their day-to-day life looked from ours?
Extremely.
I don't think anything matched really except for sleeping and waking up.
Bro,
I don't think that
these
didn't match
days,
either.
these days people are like watching a laptop. They have laptops to spend their whole day with. Like I am, to be honest. And their parents, they had to do so much stuff. They had to do work. They had to they had so much to do.
I would beg
They
to
use
differ on that subject because back then they didn't have to work 5 jobs like I have to, and they could really just focus on studying and actually build a career later on. But we have that part in the next part of our podcast. So let's move on because we can tell it was very different. What did success look like for them versus what it looks like now? I think I can say better on this one.
I
Okay, for them, success looked like going to college, getting a degree, and then just starting work, and then getting married. I think that's all success was, and maybe getting a few
like becoming
children.
a doctor, engineer, or whatever.
They didn't even need that back then.
They did.
Actually, no,
It was
they
like
didn't.
the highest level of work, bro.
Yeah, that was in our mom's time. In our dad's time, you could really just get a degree, get a job, and boom, you were set for life. Unfortunately, times have changed. Right now, success
It's not
is
unfortunately. It's fortunately. Not unfortunately.
pretty unfortunate because now you have to go to college, get 5 degrees, and pray that you get a job.
Which is exactly not what we are doing right now. We are the
Anyway.
different ones. We are the chosen ones.
Okay, so now we have, do you think it was easier to get a job or build a life back then? Yeah. Yeah, bro. What are you thinking about?
I'm kind of too west in here.
Yeah, why?
Are you sure it's that easy to get a job? Are you sure it was that easy to get a job?
It
before?
was a straight line. All they had to do was finish their education and apply because back then the job market wasn't so scarce. They could get a job if they applied for it in the right place. So I would say it was pretty easy to get a job back then, and they could build a life because again the house prices were low and many people had their own houses already.
I guess I can say yes then.
Yeah. Who had it worse? Our parents working 9 to 5?
They had it worse. I'm not even gonna read that question, but they had it worse.
Our parents working 9 to 5 or us juggling five side hustles and burnout. Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely doing the juggling five side hustles and
No,
burnout.
our parents had a much worse, little bro.
Yeah,
I would not.
I mean, yeah, at least I'm working from home. Like, they didn't have that luxury, so that's a great flex
Didn't
I
you
have.
just say yours was harder?
No, I just said I'm the one doing the second part.
Oh, whatever.
You're victimizing all the shit. Anyway, is college still worth it like it was for them? No. Would you
Nah.
rather have their stable job security or our chaotic freedom?
Actually, what do
Freedom.
I know about college? Why am I answering that question? Anyway, what
Actually,
is
yeah,
the
by
question?
the time you grow up, probably another system will be in place. So we'll do that podcast 10 years
Yeah,
in
maybe
future.
5 years actually.
And we'll do it after you're done with college. We'll see how much you have suffered.
I,
It's
I,
called,
I'll drop out.
would you rather have their stable job security or our chaotic freedom? Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, like
This is good
freedom
freedom.
security. Okay, what do we have next? Relationships and family. Is dating now harder or easier than it was for our parents? Easier. Dating is easier. You can just go online, get a girlfriend, go to school,
Go
get a girlfriend,
online. Are you
boyfriend.
getting a good person from
Oh no,
online?
dating is easy. They asked dating if it was easy or not, not if getting a good partner is easy or not. Dating is very easy, but back then their mom
You
and
are not
dad would
getting
be like,
anyone good, by the way. Do not go to online to date.
back then our mom and dad would be like, don't you dare go talk to a boy or a girl. Actually, don't talk to anyone. Just study, study, and study even more. No one wants to see you there. That's how they would be like. Do you do you think we are better at communicating emotions than our parents were? Yeah. What emotions?
hell,
They still don't
hell
talk
yeah.
about it yet.
I mean, most Gen Zs just hide their emotions fully, thinking they're some Sigma male.
Excuse me, I am a Gen Z. We're talking about older generations here.
Yeah, I'm saying we are better at.
Yeah, we don't hide emotions, we communicate it.
Frick, I forgot the question.
Of course you would. Anyway, we definitely communicate our emotions better, which is why we are making this podcast because this was a 3 a.m. idea that we came up with yesterday. We tried
That's
to
for a
make this one
Q&A.
yesterday.
She just spoiled it. That was for a Q&A.
Oh
We need
shit,
more
never
video
mind.
ideas and more money, guys. So
Okay, OG fans will know. OG fans will know. Can we add some claps here later in editing? Oh no, this is no edits. We are not adding any
yeah,
edits
no
here.
edits, no scripts. This is pure out of camera,
Pure
out of the
bullshit, I would
camera
say.
roll.
Anyway, do we have healthier boundaries or are we just detached and avoidant? Detached, avoidant, us?
I won't even answer that, to be honest.
That's just too stupid of a question. Anyway, next we have mental health
And
and
we need to abuse
identity.
ChatGPT more to get us good questions.
Next up we have mental health and identity. Do you think we are gonna have any good answers for that one? Do you think we are more self-aware or just more anxious?
More anxious.
I think people are anxious because they're self-aware, half of them, and the other half is just anxious. I mean, I'm pretty self-aware and that's why I'm anxious. Who had more freedom to be themselves, us or them? Us.
Yeah, us.
Yes, definitely us. Did they have more peace or are we just overstimulated 24/7? Don't know about
We
you,
are
I am pretty.
overstimulated completely, bro. Most of us are overstimulated, unlike this person here.
I have ADHD, excuse me. That's offensive.
Bro, what do you mean you're overstimulated? You don't even watch
Bro,
like
why do
any
you think
YouTube
I have
thing.
a headphone on 24/7? I can't even tolerate hearing shit. Are we actually evolving or just vibing through an identity crisis?
Vibing through an identity crisis.
I
I
think
wouldn't say that for Gen Z, though. Gen Z is actually finding their way out. But Gen A is absolutely going through their identity crisis.
do
Actually,
they
they are
have an
going.
identity?
Actually, saying this as a Gen Alpha makes me feel kind of bad because I'm honestly in the same path. if I don't fix myself.
Don't worry, the Daisy methods work. Anyway, now we are going through the society and tech section. I might have to talk a lot in this point. Is the internet making our lives better or worse overall? Come on, bro, you have to have the perfect answer for this.
Better.
Good.
But people are not using it in the better way.
Yeah, we don't care about people. Controversial opinion, I know.
Selfish.
What the fuck, bro? Would you trade your smartphone for a simpler life like theirs? No. You don't even have a smartphone.
Yeah, that is true.
But I'm not trading mine for a simpler life. Like, no. Half of my worth depends on this.
Yes, you're working, you're and
Yeah,
if
I'm
a
studying.
simpler life basically means just study and sleep, right?
Yeah, and I don't want that
I
boring
don't
of a
want that.
life.
I don't
I'm
want that.
gonna die if my life is that boring. Did they have more real connections or are we just more connected digitally?
We are connected more digitally.
I think I have some opinions on that one.
Say
I
your
mean, they
opinions. Who
sure.
cares about her opinions
What the
anyway?
fuck?
I am the real one here.
Actually, they did have real friendships and they have evolved over
We also
time.
do. We also have real friendships,
Yeah, I
but we
have
are
had one for
connected
5
more
years now.
digitally.
Yeah, they just didn't have the option to do that back then. But I think if they could sustain it, they would still have real friends. So I don't think it's.
Also, I would like to add a question. What do you think would be the outcome if our parents' generations had internet?
I low-key feel like it would be a disaster with the outdated worldview.
No, if our parents' generation got it, that means they would have gotten it at a young age, and like the age we are getting it in, and they would figure it out, like we did.
Actually, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, they would definitely figure out the technology, but they still wouldn't figure out the mindset for having it because we have gone through generational trauma to come to this mindset
I
of
didn't,
how
bro.
to
What are you
actually.
talking about?
Yeah, because I raised you. Anyway, so I went through generational trauma. This one right here didn't. Um,
It's not
so
even that bad.
anyway,
Guys, if the video pauses, please pray for me.
I think I lost my train of thought because of you.
What do you mean you lost your trail of thought, bro? We are literally done with the question. Oh wait, what question we are in? Bro, we are on that one. That do we
Forget
care?
about it. Forget about
Do
it.
we care
Next
more
question.
about the?
Next
Do
question.
we care more about the planet and social issues, or are we just louder about it?
We're just louder about it. I mean, yes, there are more people that care, but we are also louder about it. Even if we are not doing anything, we are loud about it.
Yeah, I guess
I mean, come
so.
on, bro. There are people posting things on Environment Day and then throwing plastic on the street the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like we are on our last round, and then we might or might not have a yapping session. One thing our generation absolutely wins at: unity. Like, people come together online very quickly.
I don't know. That's a bit too much to think about. I cannot think about that
We
much
have the best
so quickly.
example in Bangladesh.
I need to think about that because I feel like there is has to be something better than that. I'm too small.
Well, did you
What
find the
is?
answer yet?
Huh?
Did you find the answer yet?
Yeah, I gave you the answer.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
I cannot find it. That's my answer.
Get the heck out. One thing our parents' generation 100% did better.
Studying. Oh, this is true.
Actually, I disagree about that one too.
Yeah, because there are actually good people. I think we are the only ones that are bad at studying, and we are assuming that everyone else is also bad.
Bro, stop it. I had GPA 5s. Anyway, This really is a tricky question. What are they 100% better at than us?
Yeah, I told you, you need to think quite a lot for this.
I think it's values. They had more strict values than us, like modesty and then personality, like how you should act in front of elders, how you should be acting in front of youngers, what things you should be talking about, what things you shouldn't be talking about. It was a bit extreme, but they did it better than us compared to what some people do today. I'm definitely not mentioning a
These
few
questions are
YouTubers
so
here.
tricky, bro. These final questions are actually tricky.
Yeah, that's why we have better yapping sessions here. I'm definitely not naming YouTubers here just in case I ever get lawsuited. I don't know. Is it even possible to sue me? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think they can. I'm not naming anyone though. If you could pick one thing to bring from their era into ours, what would it be? The housing prices? The housing prices, can you like
Wait, there are
make it
quite a few
cheaper?
options in here. How
Actually,
easy it is to find jobs and how much you get paid for the jobs. I would bring that.
actually no, because if you compare how much they got paid, it was still less. It was just the fact that the price was less too.
Do you think they get any better now? I mean, I
I
honestly
mean,
think
there
they will.
are more high-paying opportunities, very new opportunities, and plenty of them that we have very high salaries for. We didn't have this back then. But yeah, I would definitely bring the pricing back.
I don't know, guys. She yaps a bit too much.
I'll see you after the video. And one thing from ours you would give them mindset.
Mindset. You're
Mindset to
saying mindset.
start
I'm giving
anything anywhere.
personality.
Okay,
I'm giving personality. Gen Z's personality actually, a certain personality, not just any Gen A personality. I'm giving Gen Z's personality to the older generations so we can get some really advanced good parenting. Because I think these recent generations are much better at parenting than the older generations.
actually, yeah, that's right. But then again, Sephora kids also came out of Gen Z parents.
Because listen, like older generation parents, they didn't have technology, and in this generation we have technology, so like there it is a big difference. But these generations, they will give birth to children that have technology so they both can connect well.
That's right.
Child, am I growing a brain?
This is not a live video.
Oh yeah, there's no chat. Comment section, am I growing a brain?
I don't know about that, but you're eating mine. I think I'll just give them our mindset, so that also
Anyway,
includes
enough yapping.
personality.
Final verdict: better, worse, or just different?
I think
Better.
we are better, yeah.
Simple enough.
I mean, there are many parts where we are just different, but in most, we are definitely doing better when we're talking about quality of life, boundaries, economy. Like, we are definitely better at most things, even if we are pretty bad at a few of them. We don't mention those here. Do you have a hot take?
We will need to think about that, and the video will be quiet, which will make the viewers get bored and probably
Actually,
click off the
hot take
videos.
buzzer is like 15 seconds to answer.
All right, I guess 15 seconds. How do we count the seconds?
I'm already counting. You have 10 seconds left.
Freaking uh, Chad, I cannot say anything. I cannot say anything.
Okay, my hot take is Gen Alpha might not be successful.
Bro, is that even a hot take?
Lukewarm.
Bro, that isn't even a hot
Bro,
take.
no one
That isn't
cares.
even a
I think we
lukewarm.
have
That is
yapped
the
it.
most obvious thing ever. That is the most obvious thing ever. Like,
I mean, if people
as a
like you
Gen
are
Alpha, guys,
coming,
please forgive me.
if you are coming out of the Gen Alpha disease like this, then probably there are other people who can come out like this too. So I'll be.
Only people that are born before 2014, they are like mixed Gen Z and Gen A. So they are the ones that can probably come out. And people who are like very close to Gen Z, like 2011, they are the ones that surely have to escape the disease if they try. And I can, and of
Isn't
course,
2010 Gen Z?
yeah, 2010, 2010 to
Okay,
9.
let me just Google that shit.
Anyway, guys, Gen A, they are not in a good position.
I mean, they
They
never
are
were.
they. I mean, Gen B already got their brain rot ready.
Yeah, Gen Z is up to 2010.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
So I
Anyway,
am kind of mixed.
yeah, I think me too.
No, you are not. You are not mixed. You are like pure Gen Z. Not gonna lie.
Oh, you mean like in generations? Yeah, I'm not mixed. I'm pretty pure.
Yeah, and I am mixed between,
Yeah.
which makes me special.
So I think this is the end of the video.
No script, no filter, no clue what we are doing, but we are here.
We are not experts. We just talk loud. See you in the next episode of Not Really a Podcast. Bye bye.